Welcome back to TuTube. Now, it's been a huge year for Irish film talent, both in front of and behind the camera.
Yeah, the Irish takeover of Hollywood continues, this time with longtime animator Fergal Reilly at the directorial helm of the brand new Angry Birds film. Fergal's with us now, but before we talk to him, take a look at this.
How are you?
Oh, I'm horrible.
Mr. Red?
There seems to be a recurring issue here.
Come on, baby!
Anger! Am I a passionate bird? Oh. Yes, but why does it matter that we're not the same?
Don't look, Bobby. The anger might be contagious.
The comedy is contagious. That's what's contagious. Fergal, thank you so much for coming in and having a chat with us.
You're very welcome.
What an amazing project to be part of. Incredible. So how did it land on your lap?
Basically I was working as a director and a head of story at Sony Pictures Animation and Sony Pictures Imageworks, and I got a call from the producer John Cohn, who produced Despicable Me, and he called me up and he said, we're interested in sort of, we're making the Angry Birds movie, which is an adaptation from the game, and I was sort of, really?
This is an interesting.
How is that going to work?
Yes.
I was a little curious, and then I went to meet with him. He sort of pitched me the project, and we sort of took it from there. It was when he pitched me the project, I instantly saw there was John Vitti, who's one of my favorite writers, was attached to write the script, and I read a lot of his stuff, and I knew that they were going to take it in sort of a very interesting sort of direction, and sort of make it its own thing, sort of separate from
Amazing. Now, you've been attached to some major projects as an animator, so did you always want to be a director as well? So, I mean, you've worked on Spiderman 2, The Iron Giant, the legendary Space Jam. So,
love Space Jam
so
so
have
much.
you always wanted to go into directing?
Yeah, I sort of began as an animator sort of in the early stages, and then I quickly sort of figured out that I was more interested in the concept and sort of generating the bigger ideas, and that was linked more to writing and directing. So I worked in the story department from that stage on, as sort of as a story artist and a concept artist, and just I ended up, working and getting an education from some great directors like Brad Bird and Sam Raimi and Barry Levinson. And
so what actually goes into, I guess, directing an animation? Because obviously it's a huge, mission control.
It is,
and a slow process as well at the same time.
Yeah. It's a very complex process. We had a very large crew split between, Los Angeles and Vancouver, and there's probably, just in Vancouver alone, there was probably 400 artists and, creators working there. And it's very much like directing a live action film, but I call it, it's like sort of directing a live action film in slow motion.
Yeah, major slow motion.
How many minutes would you get done a day, or even is it seconds done a day?
It's the animators could animate sort of, maybe 3 to 5 seconds a week.
A week? A week? I thought you were going to say a day. A week? Oh my goodness.
A week.
I mean, the voice talent is huge as well. You got Jason Sudeikis, Peter Dinklage, Bill Hardy. So
Bill Hader, yeah.
Hader, sorry. What was it like working with those guys?
They each have their unique brand of comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, it was an amazing experience to work with them. I think we did close to 100 sessions. 4 to 6 hours in the booth, like just recording the dialogue for the characters, and the approach with each of those guys is, for me, it was amazing, because we knew we had a pretty good script, and we knew we'd developed the material in the story part of the process, but working with comedians of that caliber, I mean, we've sort of assembled a cast that I can't think of a better comedic cast in recent film history, really, and the way myself and Clay thought about, thought about the characters and working with the comedians was we used it as another opportunity to write. So because they're so good at improv and they each write on in sort of their own way that we used each recording session as another writing session, and we sort of improv.
So you were able to change it up a little bit, which is incredible, and I cannot wait to see it. When is it out? Your birthday?
It is
my birthday, May 13th.
May 13th.
May 13th, and we cannot wait to see it. Thank you so much for coming in. Such a pleasure.
You're very welcome.